if you're a Chennai fan, that's what's happened to you. Yeah, this whole table shook, right? But it's not as much as like all of Chennai is shaking right now because it's been the CSK horror show. That's right. The Chennai picture horror show. It has just been one-way traffic. Mumbai is famous for one-way traffic, and it's been one-way traffic today. Chennai bowled out for 97 and 16 overs. That's right. They're done. They're done. They're dusted. It's time to go home. First time this season, 5 wickets have fallen during the power play. There's been so many bad records here in their horror show that it's almost looking like, again, like, insurance, like buying an insurance policy. But I'll read them out for you. First time this season, 5 wickets have fallen during the power play. Third time Chennai's top 4 have been dismissed for single-digit scores. Only the third time Chennai have lost their first 3 wickets with 5 or fewer runs on the board. Fourth instance of Mumbai picking up 5 wickets in the power play. And 97 is Chennai's second lowest score in the tournament of all time. They had 79 against Mumbai in 2013. Today they've got 97. It's not really much better. This is Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, Michael Vaughan and Shaun Pollock, who are still in shock. Vaughanie, are you in shock? Shock.
Yeah, good display by the Indians. Bit of pace in the pitch. Probably a couple of dismissals early. That's a bit unfortunate. Maybe a review or two, but the lights put play for that. The electrics weren't working, so they couldn't use a bit of DRS. And it's hard when you start losing wickets and there's that momentum going with the team. It's very, very difficult. And you've got two sides that are playing for not a great deal. So you can kind of understand it. MS tried his best. And the run out at the end kind of summed up the whole innings. Mumbai were excellent.
Yeah, I don't know if I should ask Shaun Pollock, the bowler, whether that Devon Conway dismissal was out or was it going down leg, right? Michael, no point asking him, right? We know what he's going to say.
No, you can, because as an all-rounder, I've got quite a balanced opinion on life.
Oh, nice. Love it. Love it. Love it. Come on. That was going down leg, wasn't it?
So all I'm saying is I should have sent it upstairs and the third umpire could have looked at it and said, listen, we can't get the predictive path, but clearly missing the leg stump. So you can overturn your decision.
Yeah, I've got eyes, I can tell you.
You can overturn your decision, Shape. Yeah, you do feel for them. And then you just know it's not your day when the third wicket is a bit of a burgle down the leg side. Gakwa gets out himself. So, yeah, I thought there was a lot of good things that Mumbai did. I liked the way Rohit Sharma captain. Maybe the only other thing I would have thought is trying to get the quicker guys back in, because now you sit with them all out and Bumrah hasn't bowled 2 of his overs. But I liked he's kept the second slip in. I liked how he brought his third man up to try and almost catch like a fly gully. And I also liked the little disappointment he showed when he didn't put a slip in place and the outside edge went there. Which shows that he's always thinking, and he'll be really happy with it. It's a young side. And they did superbly well.
Mm-hmm. On the other side, there's a young side, but battling them, taking them head on, was the old battle-hardened warhorse, Michael, MS Dhoni, being the top scorer for and staying not out in the end. I mean, there was a run out. The last wicket was a run out. But you know what he was trying to do. It was a short ball. He was trying to get to the other end so he could keep the strike. But Mukesh Chaudhary... you probably didn't get the memo. He should have been halfway down by the time the ball was bowled, but he wasn't. But look at MS Dhoni, just a word on him. He showed some application there, which the others were just not showing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he's that kind of player. I mean, MS Dhoni generally is the player you want out there when you're in desperate need, whether needing 15 off the last 2 overs, he'll get you over the line, or in a position like he found himself today. He's done it in the past where his team have struggled and he just manages to get a score and it gets his team to something just defendable and they end up winning the game. But you can't imagine that this is going to be anywhere close to being enough. We're scratching, aren't we, when we're starting to praise MS for 36 of 33. Played nicely, but let's be honest, the Chennai batting wasn't up to scratch this evening. Yeah. The pitch had a bit of swing and a bit of movement, which I like to see, a bit of carry through. Which is always exciting. You've got the likes of Meredith and Bumrah charging in. Sam's bowled nicely, but particularly Meredith and Bumrah with that extra bit of pace. It's a pitch that the quickies shouldn't mind bowling on, because you're getting that carry and there's just a hint of movement there for them.
For MS Dhoni, the 21st time that he's been the top scorer for his team. The only people ahead of him, Suresh Raina with 33 innings and Faf with 26 innings, have been top scorers. Bear in mind that MS Dhoni, of course, comes to bat way down, and these other two are, well, opener and number 3. But just a word on the pitch, Polly. I mean, the Quicks will be happy seeing this, and I'm quite impressed with the job that the curators have done, considering what are we in the middle of May. There's a super heat wave here. The number of games that have been played at Wankhede, they've done well to give this kind of juicy surface for the game.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, I'm obviously not there, but I think humidity-wise, it must have been up there. Did you see how many of the swallows were just dipping in? How many times you saw birds in between certain deliveries coming down? So that would signify that there was probably more humidity, and then also the amount of swing. I mean, the 7th or 8th over, as Vaughan said, it was plenty of assistance. And I mean, it's obviously, it's a known fact that in T20 cricket, there's a lot of guys who hide behind poor techniques and just bully attacks and just, smash people to all parts. But every once in a while in the T20 game, the bowlers get the upper hand and the techniques are tested. And once again, it was 3 or 4 guys would have been found wanting. Normally be able to walk to the crease, no swing in the air, just stand up and deliver in the 14th or 15th over. It was a different case in point. And, for us cricket purists, it's actually quite nice to see an occasion every once in a while where the batters' techniques are put under question. I mean, there's a lot of guys. I mean, you can think of legendary names in the T20 format. If you do give them a bit of a surface that does something, they can be found wanting. So it was nice to see from a bowler's point of view. But I suppose spectators-wise, you don't want to see such a small score.
Yeah, and especially for Chennai fans, because what crazy fans they have. For them, it was a no-show today. It really was. MS Dhoni hit a couple of sixes. Dwayne Bravo hit one. So there was some joy. I felt few of them were just going to fall out their seats when that was happening. But it was just too far and too few was what there. But for Mumbai, it's not far and few. It was near and plenty. That's right. They were in the candy store today. And their bowlers have just been fantastic. The number of dot balls, what was it? I think 18 dot balls bowled by Daniel Sams. That's 3 overs of dot balls. Eventually, they bowled over 60 dot balls, and that'll happen when the opposing team only gets 97. He picked up 3 wickets. Jasprit Bumrah picked up 1-2 for Riley Meredith. He did get those couple of sixes. I think that was Dhoni who hit him. Kumar Kartikeya picked up 2 wickets. Hrithik Shokeen coming back into the team today just bowled the 2 overs, and Ramandeep bowled the 1 over. So, yeah, they got out for 97, but maybe Bumrah could have come back for his 3rd over, a couple of overs earlier. But, he's also got 2 youngsters. And, Polly, we spoke about this in the Combox when Vaughan and I came here. We were talking about how everybody was saying bring Bumrah on earlier, but there is Dhoni batting there, and there is that fear that, listen, I've got 2 inexperienced guys in Hrithik and in Kartikeya. I don't want them to be bowling the death overs if I run through Riley Meredith, Sams and Bumrah.
Yeah, and the other side of the equation is if you do bring them on, there's a good chance Dhoni's going to take a risk or two because he also doesn't want to be facing Bumrah at the back end. So he did play a few shots, and that could have brought about a wicket. But it was interesting to see the tactics, and that's why I was impressed with Sharma, because after that first over, you saw him signaling quickly to Bumrah actually to come and bowl the 2nd over. And sometimes he doesn't bowl that early. And then once he saw the movement in the air and how well he was bowling, he gave him a 2nd one quickly after that. So, it was clearly one of those days where once they had them under the pump, he wanted to get his main star in early to see if he could continue the process.
Bonnie, I mean, what do we say about Rohit's captaincy? Because he gets it right more often than he gets it wrong, way more often than he gets it wrong. But today, when you have a bit going your way, a captain like Rohit is gonna go for the jugular.
Yeah, I mean, it's he did great, but it's an easy evening to captain when you're getting wickets and you get such a good start and movement and you've got pace. You can play around with your fields. You can 3 or 4 slips at time if you want. And the situation that Mumbai found themselves, but yeah, he's up there. And I don't think he's been great this year in this year's IPL with the bat. Or I don't think his standards are so high with his captaincy. I don't think he's quite reached those standards. But when he gets a sniff like he did this evening, you can see, he isn't a world-class captain because he sees things and he can put the opposing batters under pressure with field settings, manoeuvres in terms of bowling changes. That's why he's the skipper. That's why he's won 5 titles. That's why he's the captain of India. And that's why wherever he goes, his teams are going to be expected to win because, he's clearly very, very good. But I wouldn't say tonight was a hard time for a captain. It was quite a nice time to biscuit.
Nice and easy and breezy. Is that what Rohit and Ishan would like to do? Because obviously they've not had a very good tournament, both of them. It's been more off than on. This is such a good opportunity to just say nothing fancy, no fuss. We're not playing for net run rate. We don't need to finish the game in 10 overs. I mean, we three want them to finish it in 10 overs, but they don't need to finish it in 10. Take 12, take 14. Don't worry about it. They really should exploit this opportunity, Polly.
Yeah, I think they actually might come out and decide to go hard. I mean, Chennai, we're talking mathematically, they still got to believe that if they win the game, I don't think they've got anywhere near enough to do that. But in order to try and win, they're probably going to set some attacking fields, and that'll leave some opportunities if they do come in and decide to play. And it's their natural way. I think Ishan Kishan, if he looks to stick around, he'll probably nick off. And then Rohit's probably at his best when he's been aggressive as well. So I don't think they'll change it. It's almost like they'll go and bat as though they're going to go post a total and that they're batting first and just try and alleviate the pressure up front. I think Chowdhury will be the one they'll be most concerned about with the shape that we've seen. I think he would be an exponent of shape up front as well.
I mean, we are talking like it's a foregone conclusion. But should we say something for the Chennai fans, just in case they're hanging by a thread? Just give them something, Bonnie, something.
Well, Mumbai have been poor with the bat throughout this year's IPL. Yeah. So, yeah, if there's a team that you could potentially put under pressure with such a low score, it's Mumbai this year with the way that they've batted. Historically, no, they've got no chance. But Mumbai's top order's not always fired. It's been better over the last couple of games, but consistently throughout the whole of the IPL, the batters haven't arrived. They've lost too many early wickets. And if Chennai get 2 or 3 quick, you just never. Sorry, there's a lady ringing me. I can't answer that. But 2 or 3 wickets, you never know. But it was my doctor. My doctor was just ringing. I'm not too sure what she wants. Whether she knows something about me that I don't. I'm not too sure, but no, I don't give them any chance. Is my honest answer.
Yeah, all right. Polly, do you? Anything? Because what we're doing is we're taking Warnie's that answer, we're clipping it and sending it out to Chennai fans so they feel better. Not the last bit, just the beginning, saying if there's any team you want to defend 97 against, it's Mumbai. So we're going to send that out. Anything you want to give them? Something?
We could get out some cliches like runs on the board. Cricket's a strange game. You never know. But I think tonight we know.
We know. Let's have a look at... we wanted to show you the innings progression, but there wasn't any progression in the innings, so we're not going to show that to you. We'll just show you the summary of the match. Here it is. It's 97 all-out Chennai put into bat by Rohit Sharma. MS Dhoni, their top scorer, captain, 36 not out of 33. And the next highest score is Dwayne Bravo with 12 and Shivam Dube with 10. So you know it's been slim pickings. For Mumbai bowlers, not slim pickings at all. It's a rich, ripe harvest for them. 3 wickets for Sams, 2 for Karthikeya, 2 for Meredith. Looks like Mumbai should get this done real quick. And if that happens, they come to 6 points. Chennai's at 8. And suddenly the wooden spoon battle is alive again. Hello. Polly was talking about qualification, mathematical chances. I'm saying, let's talk about wooden spoon, man. That's important. Nobody wants it. It may be a 10, maybe an 8, maybe a 6-team league. It doesn't matter. You just don't want to come last, right, Warnie? As a captain, you don't mind coming second last by net run rate, but you don't want to come last.
I'm not too sure. Mumbai either win it or they come last. Next year they'll win it. It'd be quite a good story how they came last and then they went on to win it last year. So I always think no one ever remembers second place and no one ever remembers second bottom, but they always remember who's won it and they always remember who's finished bottom. So you might as well finish bottom because everyone remembers.
One way to be memorable. That's right. Fair enough. I like Dr. Vaughan's prescription here for Mumbai fans to feel a little better. All right, we're going to do power play predictions. By the way, Polly, I just want to tell you on the comm box, Warnie and me got a little sneaky on you. We changed our guesses, but see, the Lord does not reward cheaters. We got that wrong as well. So
let's go 49 in the power play. 49 in the power play.
49, great. Warnie, you?
I'm going to go 56. I'm going to go hard.
56.
I'm going hard.
All right. I'm going to say there's going to be a couple of wickets lost. So I'm going to say 45. 45, 49, 55. Punching it up and keeping it together. We'll see you at the end of the game on Cricbuzz Live. You say, no combox, Gaurav? What are you talking about? They'll get it done by the 11th or 12th. We won't come for the combox. They have no update to give. We'll just come straight for the show. Boom, bam. I've said it. It is done. Etch it on the marble, folks. Big thank you to Michael Vaughan and Shaun Pollock. I'm Gaurav Kapur. This was Cricbuzz Live.